Okay, this is a video on how to do your exercise for week 3. Navigate to where the exercise is linked off, click on the hyperlink, and you'll get to the exercise page. Here you're going to download this file. First thing you do is download it. You can right-click on it, save link as. I'm in Chrome. Firefox and IE might do it a little bit differently, but you need to download it. If you just click on it, you get this. But don't try to copy and paste this into a new file. It's really not the way to do it. You want to right-click, save link as, and then navigate to your folder wherever you want to put it. Create new. You could do something like this: exercise 3. Open it, and then you can save that file there. And then you're going to go to Notepad++, open that up. You're going to create a new file, do new that way, or you can create new that way. And right off the bat, I would just go ahead and save it, do save as, and navigate to that folder that you're going to be in. Remember, you want to have both files in the same directory. And you can just click on that and highlight it, and it brings the name down here. And you might as well give it the same name, but it's going to have a different extension. It's going to be .dtd. It's a text file. It's not an XML file. Remember, document type definitions are not XML. They're just really plain text. But this is the extension we use. We save it, and there you have it. And you can open up your XML file as well, and that way you have both of them there. Here's the sample file. I've created it for you. You are going to have to do some updates, but you don't need to do anything. If you keep the same name here, you don't need to change that. That's all set for you, and you're ready to go. The XML file more or less should be legal. Yeah, so it's legal XML. There's all the code set for you. This is your task, which is to create a brand new document type definition. You can't create just any one. You're going to actually follow some directions I have here, use the videos I've created, and obviously the readings from Goldberg to guide you in this exercise. What I try to do pretty much in everything I do for this class is anytime I have XML syntax or any type of code for that matter, I put it in this font. All the rest of the sort of me talking, if you will, is in normal font. And then places where you're doing something where I think you might need a little help, I try to help out by just giving you a page number for where you can get more information on how to do that procedure or technology or whatever. Again, most of this, or if not all of it's been covered in the videos. But anyways, it's nice to get sort of different versions of it. You're also, once you create the document type definition, if it's been created the way that I lay out right here, you're going to need to do some updates in that .xml file, and that's at the end here where you'll do some updates, or else it won't validate. You're going to need to use Notepad++, obviously, to create it, and you can do validation. The unfortunate thing is that Notepad++ doesn't have the greatest validator, especially in the document type definition. If you have errors in there, often it just won't parse. It'll give you a very sort of dumb sort of error comment, and it really doesn't. It's not very meaningful, and you need good error comments, and if you don't get them, it's really hard to know, well, what went wrong. So the validator works in Notepad++, okay, but if you're finding you can't get very far with your problem solving and you keep getting an error, that's when you want to go to these here that are linked off the page. These are all these validation services. They're very good at giving you good debugging error information. The only thing is you have to create it as a embedded XML document. So in your, I'm going to open up one that's embedded just to show you an example here. We'll go to week 3. Let's see. Internal, excuse me, not embedded or internal. I'm going to open this up, and this is not the right one. Okay, here we have one that's internal. This is out of the book. How he does this is you obviously have your XML command up here, but after you have to do this little doc type command, and then all the DDT goes inside of this open brace, and then it has to be closed out with a close brace, and then this greater than sign. So all the document type definition goes before the XML code, if you will, but after your doc type declaration. So this is a embedded or internal XML document. I'm going to close it out, so it's 0613, and then I'm going to navigate to one of our sites here. Again, I'm clicking on any one of these. I'm just going to click on the first one, and I'm going to go, sorry, I should just open that back up again, to our internal one. I'm going to highlight all, copy, and I'm going to navigate in here and paste it, and validate, and no errors were found. Let's change one thing here. Let's do something like this and see what it does. Okay, no errors were found. Let's go back to the original one and let's create an error. Copy. I'm going to refresh this and then put in, paste in, validate. Okay, so I've got some errors there. These are much more useful than what you're going to get through Notepad++. It's a harsh reality that we cannot afford better tools. Notepad++ is a great tool, but it does have some shortcomings, especially with document type definitions. When we get later in the course with schema, it's a little easier to debug because, again, XML schema is actual XML. There's that one. You can go to the second one and do that one. This one, it leaves you a little note here that you have to do embedded as well. So you choose file. We're going to go back and choose that same one again, open it up, and check it. And it shows one error in here somewhere, line 13. And again, indeed, it's the error that I created myself. So it's very helpful. It gives you a line and columns, and you can really bust through things. I mean, the biggest problem is just the setting up your file as an embedded document type definition XML file, and you might find that you have like sort of two systems going for debugging purposes, or for the whole assignment you might go this route, and then at the very end go to the two different files, the .dtd file and the .xml file. And then we have one other one, and you can check that one out as well. When you're done, you're going to, I will create a spot on your groups area. Just put a thread, or I will create a thread that says, you know, finished, or do something that lets me know when you as a group have finished the exercise, and I'll take a look at it.